Hello, 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 and welcome to today. Welcome to right now. What's happening, everybody? My name is SonjaMarie with Wordlife Astrology, and today is Monday. It's September 30th, 2025, and I'm so happy to be here and to assist you in some small way, astrologically, spiritually, in a way in which we communicate in a way that resonates with your heart. And hey, if none of this resonates with your heart, you can dish it to the side. Maybe it's not for you today, but that is okay. Come back another day. And if you are new to my channel, welcome here on YouTube at Sonia Marie's Word Life Astrology page. I'm so grateful that you are here. And here on IG, what's happening with y'all as I wave to y'all coming on in? Please pull up a chair. Get something to drink, sit back. If you need to dash on out, remember there is a recording that will be on IG and that will be on YouTube whenever you have a chance, okay? I'm just going to do my best to give you what it is that God said I should share with you. How was your weekend? How are you feeling? What's that that vibration in your belly right now? You want to explain that to me, to us? What's that vibration in your belly? Be honest. Be honest. Let's put all that out on the table. Let's be unafraid of our emotions, unafraid of what it is we need to express. Because when we do that, by the way, squirrel already, I wrote a poem about this morning, the alchemy of life, right? When we are able to express ourselves honestly, clearly, without holding on to the pain and the judgment and the emotions. The pain and the judgment and the ego, the criticism of how we feel and how we express, we're able to change that. To involve alchemy, to put it out into the universe and do what? Let God do what God do with it, baby. We don't have control over it after that. You dig? So Kia says she's trying to enter the week with positivity. Yes, sister. Yes, 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 yes. I can elaborate on that because I feel something special coming through for you. Stay on that road. Please stay on that road because as you do, you open up to more that's coming to you, Kia. I can feel it, honey. I can feel it. I'm so happy that you are here. Again, express how it is that you feel today. Get that out in the air so more can come to you, or it can be transferred and different things can come to you. But at the very least, get it out your body. How was your weekend? This weekend was good for me. Let me tell you what I did. And set up this coming week as I talk about it. So this weekend, I went to a meet and greet for bricks, right? So Binge Fringe is the festival that's hosted by Santa Monica Playhouse Theater. They are beginning a series of shows and one woman, one men shows, solo shows, they call it. There's also a couple of comedy acts as well. There's this one sister I met. I'm going to mess up her name, so I'm not even going to say it. It wants to come to me, but I'm not going to do it. But her comedy skit is called Black Don't Crack. I met a whole bunch of people. There's one show about the Appalachian Mountains and this sister growing up, this lady growing up in the Appalachian Mountains. There's another piece about a woman coming from, I'm going to mess it up because I met so many people coming from Russia, I want to say. Yes, and how this woman, it's a true story of how this woman was sex trafficking children and all the things. There's some profound stories out there in which us as artists are doing our best to translate and express it to you. There's also this awesome dude that I met, Ian. I remember his name because he's a homeboy. He's from Jersey. He's doing some awesome magic and involving the audience with it. So I want you to go to here on Instagram. I want you to go to my bio page or the link in my bio, right? And connect with the website, Santa Monica Playhouse Theater, but specifically the Binge Fringe Festival page. And there's a whole list of some wonderful artists, like I said, that are doing their thing. Please do that. And if you don't see me, doing free bricks on October 28th at 7:30 p.m. Remember, it's a story about what happens when Black women decide to leave the planet. It's free. It's absolutely free, like no charge, y'all. But you have to reserve your ticket like right now, because once all the reservations are taken, they're going to shut it down and they're not accepting people at the door. However, if you are out of town and you want to do a live stream, you can set up the live stream as well. That'll be available really, really soon. So please go to that website, come and check out my show. But if you can't because you're busy on October 28th at 7:30 p.m. and you cannot live stream, take advantage of the other artists that are there. Like I said, I met some really cool people this weekend. And again, we are doing our best to be bold and beautiful and courageous in this weird ass time of showing up in an artistic way. My girl Ravanya is doing her This Is Very Important. It's a show about HIV and AIDS. I think she goes up on October 14th. But again, go to the page and check that out. I wish I can remember everybody that's on there, but my memory and my perimenopausal phase will not allow me. In any case, though, you can go to the website and get the information on your own. I'm just really, really, really excited to share. Go and get that that free ticket for my show. I would really love to see you sitting in a seat. There is a question and answering period afterwards, so you can ask me anything. And if you wait a little bit longer, because the theater is not that big, it's only like 50 something seats, 60 seats, maybe 70. I went from 50 to 60 to 70, maybe 70. If not, I mean, if you don't get to ask a question, you can hug me later, right? Transfer some love. I'd appreciate that. Mhm. It's gonna be a really, really good time. I'm so excited. And I've been rehearsing, practicing my ass off. I can't tell you. Please let everybody know we are live and we're about to jump in this week. There's some things to tell you, and I already have a download for you. Hi, Miko. Miko, I meant to return your last text, honey. Please expect that in a little while after this rundown, because I have some things to say. And I hope you well, Miko. I love you. Again, I hope I see you at Free Bricks, October 28th at 7 p.m. The tickets are free. Free, 99, free. What's happening to Lauren Brown and Sweet Tea is here. Angie, what's happening to you with you? Just Brianna is here. Rob. Oh, so good to see you. And ZP, that's Zena, is in the place to be. I'm so glad. Did you go to St. John's University? I'm just saying. So happy to see y'all. Happy that y'all here. A few more announcements. There's a few more spots for our 8th annual Wordlife Astrology retreat. Did you know that we are retreating again? Like I said, and I'm not going to give you the longer story. The short of the long is I took a break for a year because God said so. And then I have this wonderful, wonderful village in which we meet bi-monthly. And we've been talking, and I'm like, we should do a retreat. And they're like, yeah. So I got together the books and everything with my girl Rakita over in Hollis Tree. She does her own retreats, y'all. She's bomb as fuck. Follow her, please, at Hollis Tree, under the Hollis Tree. I appreciate that. So me and Rakita got together and we put up a nice little retreat situation happening from May 28th to June 1st at Auto Camp in SEQUOIA. Now, some people may say, oh, that's in California. I want to go to Bali. I want to save my money to go here. I don't want to save my money to go there. Yo, you a grown person. I'm not telling you what to do, but I will suggest a different perspective. Go to Bali. Go to South America, go to China, go to Japan, go to all the wonderful places that you want to go. But also know that the reason why they inhabited this beautiful country where the indigenous people were landing and stole is because this country is beautiful. This country is awesome. I'm not talking about the people. I'm not talking about the buildings. I'm not talking about the pollution. I'm not even talking about the dope ass pizza spots in New York. I'm talking about the beautiful trees, the ocean, Pacific and Atlantic, the Gulf. I'm talking about the rivers and the lakes. I'm talking about the wonderful birds and the moose. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the wonderful flowers and the tulips and the poppies that grow seasonally in California. I'm talking about the beauty of this land. And the reason why Spirit and I decided to have this in SEQUOIA National Park at Auto Camp is because we are at a time in which I think and I feel deep in my heart that it's time that we grow as a community in truth. And we don't have to spend a lot of money to do that. And we don't have to go really far to do that. We can rely on each other and ourselves. There's some meditations that I'm going to do and share. I'm going to share an astrology workshop. We're going to go on some wonderful hikes. There may be a hot spring that we're going to involve ourselves with, all in 4 days, y'all. Sonja knows how to pack it in there. Trust me when I tell you, this is my 8th year of doing this thing. So I'm pretty well versed at it, pretty dope. I can't, say. But I also will have a day in which I'm going to do some readings, some short readings for those that want to partake. I'm going to lend myself out. And to be truthful with you, this is the first time I've done that at any of my retreats because it's already a lot of energy, but I'm going to give it all to y'all this year because God said so. Also, I'm bringing up my band. On the last day, we're going to have an acoustic kind of like candlelight set in which I'm a storytell and sing some songs, and my band is going to be there. I'm going to feed you, of course, 3 meals a day. We're going to have a nice little blowout closing night festivity of my band and music and community and good food and outside in the middle of the trees. And by the way, the auto camp is located on a riverbed. Do I need to say more? Do you need to go that far? Maybe not this time. So if you have a couple of dollars you want to drop, go to my website at wordlifeastrology.com/retreats. The information is absolutely in the description box below here on YouTube and also on IG. I put a link up too. Drop your deposit and save your spot. There's only 5 spots available. There's only 5 spots available. I really, really want to meet you. And I really want to be spirit led. A lot of people want my itinerary like right now and what we're going to do. And I have an idea in which I already ran out to you. But to be truthful with you, I don't know all of it because I'm literally led by spirit. And that's how I was taught by the shamans that raised me, by the spiritual teachers that raised me. We don't do nothing without God's nudge, without spirit's calling. You understand? So I'm tapped in. More tapped in than I've ever been. Trust me when I tell you, I got a longer story for that. But it's on and popping, baby, and I want to see you. So again, sign up, grab one of those 5 spots. Okie dokie, schmoky. I'd love to see you there. Okay, enough of that. There's another announcement I know that I need to make. Oh, I was told to do a little pop-up week. If you'd like to get a reading from me for the least amount that I'm ever going to offer it at 222, email me at wordlifeastrology@gmail. That's right now. That's this week until next week. This week is the pop-up week. If you want to get a discounted reading, 90-minute, but anybody that has had readings with me know that I always go over 90 minutes. I always give you a little bit extra because I don't punch a clock and I work for God. And you, because you pay me. So, excuse me, if you want this little pop-up reading special, go on and email me and I'll send you a link. Don't go to my website because you'll be charged more. Go to my email, wordlifeastrology@gmail, and say, Sonja, I want to get that pop-up reading for this week. Now, you don't have to do the reading this week, but you have to pay for it this week, and we can schedule it out for the next few weeks whenever you have time to do it, okay? But if you pay for it now and schedule it out, it's yours, baby. And it's time to get this divine call. And listen, my name is Sonjamarie. Not Jesus, not goddamn Gandhi, not Malcolm X, not any of the leaders that you know to be blue and true. But I do know there's some wonderful things that come through to me, and I want to drop something down for y'all today. As we slide into this week, okay, I want y'all to remember a few things. It's really, really important that we devise some type of ritual. Okay, it's so important that we dissolve and we devise some type of ritual. There is an incredible parting that's happening. Have you felt it? Now, it's been going on for at least a good decade, 12 years, that's for ding dong damn sure, where the have and the have nots are separating. The good and the bad, in quotes, are separating, right? The spiritual and the ones that ain't really fucking with God are separating. But have you really recognized, and be honest with me and yourself and the people here on this chat, right? Here live with us. After this new moon solar eclipse, have you noticed the parting of the ways have become even greater? Like there's even a bigger divide. What's up, Marsha? How you doing? Have you seen the bigger divide that's happening? Have you recognized yourself being pushed, literally, because that's what eclipses do, push you to the other side, one side or the other, one side of thinking, to be more specific, or the other, one side of handling your temple, your body temple, how you should eat, how you should rest, or one side or the other, the things that you should do in order to escape some things. Do you want to go into a deeper escapism, or do you want to come out of that escapism and see things clearly than clear? Thank you, Marsha, for answering me. I like to be spoken to as I speak to you. Have you seen? Have you felt? Have you observed it? Have you recognized it within your own life and in your own family? There's so much that's unfolding after this particular solar eclipse, and it continues to go, y'all. It continues to unfold on layers upon layers in which you may not see coming. And you may even ask yourself, well, goddamn, how much more is there? How much more is there? Well, the real answer to that, in which I feel in my heart and soul, is that it's all depending on how far you want to go. It all depends on how far you would like to tap in. Hi, Jean. How you doing, sweet sister? I love you so, so very much. um, it all depends on how far you want to go, how much you are committed. And dare I say it, the real reason for me coming on here this week is how you adopt and adapt to the rituals in your life, the true rituals in your life. Now, some people may have a hard time with rituals, truly, because they involve practicality. It involves some type of, for the lack of a better way of saying it, and I'm going to say this in a very humanistic way, some type of boring aspect to living, right? Because it's regimented, rituals are, right? It's the same things over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. It's that feeling in which you may have right now, and I'm going to be in your face for whoever may feel it, to say, oh, this is something that Sonja has said before. Do I need to say this again? Oh, this is something that I know. Do I need to go to the bathroom and come back? Pay attention to that feeling. I'm straight up and down, y'all. I don't have time. I'm from New York, right? That feeling that says, I don't need to hear this again. I don't need to be reminded of rituals again. I know what that thing feels like. But do you know the promise and the promise and the reward of rituals is the more you do it, the better you get. The more you do it, the deeper you go. The more you do it, the more that is exposed. The more you do it, the more you climb. The more ascended you become. Are y'all hearing me? So the rituals are the challenges this week, as I put in the title here, but the ascension is the reward. We passed the doorway, y'all. We made it across the tightrope, y'all. We're on the other side of this thing. Now there's rituals, there's habits, there's things that we need to do on a daily basis. Thank you for the 100 for whoever is landing on that on YouTube. I appreciate that. And by the way, if you want to donate to my channel because this information resonates with you, hit up my Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. I would really, really appreciate that. Don't go through YouTube because I don't see that money and they take out a good 40% of it. Trust and believe. So I won't see it for the next couple of months. So the idea of ritual is not to bore you. It's not to, dare I say that? It's not, thank you, Spirit. It's not to bore you. It's not even to insult you. Because some people feel insulted Like, give me something new. I know about those crystals. I know about the river. I know about sequoia trees. I know about the arrogance of human beings sometimes is astounding to me. It's just really just out there sometimes. I know about all of this stuff. Give me something new. Here's the thing. This is what I know to be true when it comes to rituals and anything else. Spirit never gives you anything new until you master what you got. Does that make sense? Talk to me. Spirit never gives you anything new until you master what you got. But humans will lean on that button. Give me something new. Give me something new. Challenge me. I'm smarter than this. I know about this. But have you inhabited? Have you bodied it? Have you encapsulated into your soul, into your cells, into your DNA? The answer would be no, because you don't know the purpose of what it is that's around you already, because you keep side swiping it. I'm just saying, I'm setting y'all up for the ritual that is being asked of you to lean into this week and the next coming weeks. Thank you, Marsha. Right? It's about making your life building blocks of where you want to go. We don't just get there by asking and sitting back. We have to not only work for it, because that can be general and that can be a lot. We have to see it, feel it, taste it, live it. We have to be discerning to anything that comes around us that does not resonate with it. Does this make sense? You got to lean in and shit on it, pee on it, become it, swallow it. I know I'm a little poetic and sometimes a little graphic with my words, but that's just how I was made. We have to really smear it. And rituals is good for that. So what's your ritual this week? Talk to me as I sip my tea, and then we're going to go into the week. What's your ritual this week? What's the thing that you think, would I be? What's your ritual that you think that you can do this week that can bring you closer to God? Seriously. Now, you can say pray, but I want y'all to be as specific as possible. You don't have to be public with it if you don't like to, right? I'm a bully. Sometimes I want you to share in community because I'm a community person. We going to SEQUOIA May 28th to June 1st. There's 5 spots available. Anybody want to come? This is when we hone in on those rituals. This is when we hone in on the people that we love or don't even know that we're about to love. Our new community, our new spiritual family. This is when we begin the ritual. This is when we adopt to new rituals. This is when we ascend past our city life. You did? Y'all don't hear me today. I'm on one. What's going to be your ritual? What's going to be your specific thing? And again, you don't have to answer it now as we talk about the astrological makeup, the transits that are happening this week, right? Maybe you need a couple of, some information. Maybe you need a little bit of prompting. Maybe you need some inspiration. But astrologically, what's happening? But start thinking about that. Kia said she's waking up. And the first thing that she says is what she's going to be thankful for. Yes, Kia, come on now. That's what I'm talking about, specifics. Because the more you're thankful for that, Kia, the more is on its way, boo-boo. The more you're thankful for, the more is on its way. Come on now, sitting in that, right? Repeating that, knowing that, loving that, seeing it all over you, baby. Come on, Kia. Meditate every morning. I've fallen off for a few months. That's all right, Just Brianna. It's always enough time to get back on the horse. That meditation, and how about this for clarity, right? That meditation, it can last for 2 minutes. It can last for 20 minutes. It can last for an hour and 20 minutes. I want you to be easy on yourself, please. This is everybody. Rituals can begin very, very small. And before you know it, like I said, you're encapsulating it. And you are the walking prayer, baby. You are the walking ritual. Literally, people will move out of your way because your vibration has heightened so much because you've been in that ritual of life. This is the moment when rituals solidify what it is you said to yourself you was going to do for yourself for the next couple of weeks, for your life here on and thereafter. is what I wanted to say. Miss Catrice, how you doing, sweetie pie? The ritual of going to the water, the ocean, and the pool and getting in it instead of sitting by it and watching it. Water is medicine. Let me tell y'all, you know I can go on and on and on and on about water. Come on, Miss Catrice. As the water sign that I am, every element has its magic and its power. But that water is a beast. Did I ever tell y'all about the day when I went to when I was in Hawaii some years back? Long story short, and I was having a good time with this young girl that I met on the beach. I was literally like her auntie, and she was like, "Can we swim out here together?" And I'm like, "Sure." I'm thinking auntie feeling. I'm the good auntie. I can go out there and swim with her. That ocean took us like a good quarter of a mile out, literally pulled us way out, and I got scared because I couldn't pull her back to shore by myself. That the power of the water. From that moment on, I bow to the ocean. Trust and believe. I bow to the forces of water. I just wanted to say that real quickly. So, Miss Catrice, that is not an understatement, young lady. Come on now. Be specific about your rituals that want to solidify your prayers. Be specific about your rituals that want to solidify your prayers. I repeat myself when it feels good, when it comes through, y'all, just to let y'all know. All right. That's what you need right now, Miko. Go on to that West Coast, Pacific Coast situation, girl. Go on and get it on, you water sign sister. That's right. Think about it. Please share with everybody else and share with me, what is that ritual going to be for you this week? I really, really want to know, because that is the thing that is, again, making us ascend in this weird time. And I say it's weird, y'all, because the divide is getting bigger. And you know what happens in a divide when you're not too sure? Think about my poetics. When there's a division and you haven't picked a side and you're literally teetering on one side or the other, what's in the middle of that divide, cuz? What's in the middle of the cliff, cuz? The goddamn valley. Death Valley, whatever it is you want to call it, you end up falling off. You get that? You end up unsure. The rituals, the habits, the prayer, the specifics of what you need, not what everybody else needs, y'all. And I just had this conversation with my son. He's so dope. He's so brilliant. But I'm like, it's what you need, Kamau. You can get inspiration from everybody else, but it's what you need. It's not what Sonja needs, right? Miss Catrice may love the water. The water may not be for, I don't know this person's name, so sorry. I'm not even going to try. May not be for Chanel. You understand what I'm saying? The bottom line is pick what's right for you. Ooh, hot and heavy today, y'all. Hot and heavy. Let's talk about these astrological makeups that's happening this week. And the reason why we talk about it, for those that don't know, is because astrology, like a lot of modalities that God has gifted us with, right? Astrology is one of those modalities that can assist us with the energetic shifts that's happening throughout the week, that's happening throughout our day. And when we are cognizant of those shifts, we're able to adjust the human in us and how we deal with it. It's not God. It's not the Bible. We're not talking about power over anything else. We're talking about how do we navigate this thing? What's the walking stick? What is the walking stick through time? We all need walking sticks, y'all. Music is walking sticks. Poetry is walking sticks. Art is walking sticks. Hugs are walking sticks. Y'all get me? Let's talk about it. So what's going to be your walking stick? What's going to help you through this week? That's going to help you to solidify your rituals. Real quick, before we go into that, remember there is a pop-up reading special that I'm doing this week. You can go to my, I want you to email me at wordlifeastrology@gmail. I'm offering my 90-minute readings that usually go over We talk to your ancestors. We do a natal chart reading as well as a 5-card tarot spread for the lowest amount of 222. Jump on that now because I don't offer them all the time and I want you to get that thing there. Okay. I usually do an hour-long reading with that, and it's usually just astrology. But I'm going to give you all the kit and caboodle if you can sign up this week for it. Email me and I'll send you the link. Okay. Let's talk about this week. Let's talk about this week. Let's talk about it. Y'all ready? Now, what's so interesting? God is so dope. Monday. What is so interesting about Monday is that moon is in Capricorn, right? What's interesting about Capricorn, if nobody knows, and all of my astrology students may be like, bing, 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 bing. Is D Stokes in here? Miss Catrice is in here. The Village is in here, always in here. What's up, Tatiana? How are you? Good afternoon. Capricorn is the master, is the leader of some sort of rituals, of tradition, of discipline. Capricorn's energy is ruled by Saturn. Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn's energy, is sitting in an emotional position today. So that means we have the feel, we have the expression, we have the karmic propensity to tap into any ritual that we need to roll into, anything that we need to remember. We are being given and governed by our emotional need to step into what is needed for me to do in order to reach the top. That's Capricorn all day and night. That's Capricorn. I got to get to the top, but I respect the discipline and I respect the ritual and I respect the leadership. I respect the seriousness of it. Are you feeling that in some kind of way? I'm just wondering. That moon in Capricorn has you going out there making your money. Yes, 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 yes. Taurus is the money sign, but Capricorn is the leader of, yo, I'm serious about my money. Let me go and get that thing. But back to rituals, which Spirit is like high on. Spirit's like, don't even go down that road because people are going to make their money if they stay stuck to what it is they're supposed to do. Squirrel, somebody asked me at the meet and greet this weekend, what's the general subject matters that people talk about or want some guidance on in your reading, Sonja? I said, oh, the typical shit. Am I going to get my man? Am I going to get my woman? How much money am I going to make? Should I sell this house? Are my ancestors mad at me? And I say it's typical because, again, it's repetitive. Y'all have to know I've done thousands of readings over the past 15, 20 years, right? So it's typical because they're the same questions. But here's the thing. And it's not that those questions are not valid, but those questions have no merit and no weight if we don't control and or know who we are. If we don't change, if we don't adopt to rituals and disciplines and literally impart boundaries and be discerning about certain things that are around us, if we don't protect our hearts, if we don't take care of ourselves, if we don't see our own wounds, it don't matter how much money you make. It don't matter about your new job. It don't matter about the woman or the man that you're going to get and the love that you're going to have. You get what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? This is all me talking about Monday. Because today there's a feeling of, wait a minute, I need to become realistic. Wrong word. I need to become a little bit more practical and methodical about where I'm going and how to ascend to my highest self. Now, the reason why I say highest self, because that moon in Capricorn, what's up, Valerie? That moon in Capricorn is squaring up Neptune. Neptune deals with the higher self. The square, there's a challenge today. And I'm preaching. I'm preaching because that moon in Capricorn says we got to get the ritual. But Neptune in Aries is like, you know what? I'm moving too fast for this ritual. My imagination is moving too fast for this ritual. I want to do a meditation, but shit, it's only going to last 30 seconds. Let me tell you something. Excuse me, y'all. I got frogs in my throat. Ribbit. Let me tell you something. It doesn't matter. Like I said, even with that square, that challenge in place, it doesn't matter how long the ritual is today. Get it in. Every little bit helps. Your imagination may want to fly away. Your ability to, or your thought of wanting to daydream instead of doing the ritual may take you there. I don't want to do no ritual. I don't want to go to the water. I just want to sit here and fart. I just want to daydream. I just want to escape. I just want to go under the covers. When we go under the covers, we can't see where we're going. So they said, if you want to be under the covers today, if you don't want to tap into your imagination, if you would rather stay in your delusion, just for a second, come out with some ritual. Just for a second, come out with some determination to be disciplined in where you want to go. Does that make sense in your spiritual life? Does that make sense? Just for a second, because that little bit of seedling, that seed that you plant, that notion will grow over the next few days. Please trust yourself. Please trust God in that. Please trust the words coming out of my mouth. Not Sonja, but what's coming through. Give yourself that. Don't fight it. Also, the moon in Capricorn is quincunxing Uranus. Well, yeah, there's some change that has to happen. And you don't know, maybe, with this ritual, with these disciplines, with these abilities to climb the ladder, you don't know how to control yourself and or your things at work or your personal life emotionally, because there's way too many changes. Did that resonate with anyone? Today, you may feel like, God damn, I want to be able to control this thing. I want to have some disciplines. I want to be able to move in a particular way, but there's way too much going on right now. There's way too many compartments to think about, to tap into, to talk about. There's way too many changes, shifts, innovations, new things that are popping up that are distracting me. Are you feeling this today? Right? There's way too much on the table that's taking squirreling me out. How do I become disciplined and discerning within my own rituals and walk to get me there if the things are squirreling me out? Don't get irritated by that. Again, give yourself 30 seconds. Again, give yourself an hour. Again, give yourself a minute on the toilet just to sit there, turn everything off and just be quiet. It will add to the walk. Trust yourself in that. As I go into this next aspect of this week, what's happening? 69743 Mandy. I'm so glad that you came on in. Grab a seat. Right? Is that you right now, Miko? I understand that. And you know why, Miko? Because you got a lot of Gemini planets and Uranus is in Gemini. So it's spinning a lot of Gemini planets or placements, people for sure, that Uranus for sure. But grab a moment, just a moment. The thing is, because it's a quincunx, because it's a challenge and it's a square, it can change our mood drastically and it can throw us off. Don't allow it. If you allow it to throw you off, it has control over you. Does that make sense? If you allow it to throw you and distract you, squirrel, then it takes control of you. You're not manipulating the energy that's coming for you. You're not manipulating the ascension that wants to happen for you. That's how we manipulate it, by staying tried and true, you dig? Not by getting caught into the quincunx, the frustration, not by getting caught in the square, the challenge. I'm just saying. But also, here's an interesting situation today. The moon is absolutely sextiling Mars. That's a beautiful thing on some level. Let me tell you why. Because Mars is energy. Mars is physical energy. Mars is the do. Whereas Saturn and the discipline is the notion of the ritual. Looks good on paper. Mars is actually going to get your ass up. Mars is actually going to make you put your sneakers on. Mars is going to say move from point A to point B. Mars is action, aggression, anger, confrontation. So the moon is sitting right nice. Discipline in Capricorn is sitting right nice with Mars. So the thing about it is, you can't let the frustrations and the changes and the switch ups happen and throw you off. Know where your feet are. I said that a couple of times for the last couple of weeks. Know where your feet are, which are Mars. What you can do is control your own vitality. What you can do is control your own precision of a thing. Or at the very least, go work out. Go burn it off. Go have a nice swift walk later. Get the energy out. You know, it's like with a child. Sometimes you just got to, and we are children on some level. And Mars is Aries' planet. I'm not going to get too far into it for those that are not into astrology study, but Mars is Aries' planet and Aries is the baby. And sometimes we got to treat ourselves like the baby. We got to burn ourselves out. We got to dance it off. We got to work it out. You understand? We got to build a fucking shelf. We got to distract ourselves from the distractions. Use up our energy, our physical energy. Have a good love making session tonight with somebody that you know, hopefully. That just made me laugh because Sonja be like, hey, you, come on over. Look, I'm just saying, somebody that you know, that you love, primarily, that you don't mind entering in your body. Sweat. Get it off. Have a good time. Mars is about sex, y'all, if y'all don't get that joke. Right? So at the end of the day, and this is also this is all mixed up for today. Monday's very interesting. Hello, how are you? The moon is also squaring up the sun because we're in Libra season. Remember? I hope my washing machine is not too loud and y'all can hear me still, but that's why I kind of got close. Please forgive me. I need to invest in one of them microphones or something, but you know, that's neither here or there. Anyway, keeping it moving. The moon is squaring up the sun today. So is my work not adding up to my reality? All these things that I'm doing, all the discipline that I'm seeing, is it not fair? Am I not involving my partner? Am I not being just to myself? Am I going too deep with this? Is that too loud, y'all? Can somebody answer me? Woo-wee, sounds loud to me. I didn't think it was going to be that loud while I was doing this, y'all. Please forgive me. That moon and that sun squaring up today literally can take you off. It can take you off. I'm reminding you, and I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but go with it. Please go with it. Stay with the discipline that is asked of you today. Oh, you can't hear it? Thank you, Jean. I appreciate that. Stay with it. Stay with it. Because there's an ego push. Here's an example. Maybe after you being so disciplined today, thank you, Spirit, that's awesome. Maybe after you being so disciplined today, there's an opportunity for you to go out, or you want to go out. You want to be social. You want to add and put on your charm. You know, you want to have a great conversation with somebody about what it is you learned today, either through me or through somebody else that you studied or some lecture that you heard or something like that. There's something that that you want to convey, right? But there's a block. There's a little bit of square there. There's a little bit of challenge there. You thought you was going to go out and have a good time tonight and be able to have a conversation about the things that you learned, but the person canceled on you, or the restaurant is closed on Mondays. You understand what I mean? Oh, great, Royal. Thank you, sweetie pie. So at the end of this day, after you have solidified some of the rituals and the disciplines, possibly maybe there's a chance where it will not be rewarded in the way that you want it to be rewarded, in the way that you want to shine in it. Don't let that throw you off. Don't let that throw you off, because possibly maybe the things that you experience today through the rituals is something that you need to hold close to your chest. Cuz does that make sense? It's something that you need to hold close to you. Think about that for a quick moment. Think about that. Think about that for a quick moment. When we go through rituals, when we feel a little bit, an inch of an ascension, all of a sudden the ego wants to go out and go, hey, look what I learned. Hey, everybody, look what I did. Hey, everybody, look what I discovered. Look at my new outfit for the thing that I saved money on. And check it out. You want to celebrate. And sometimes it's okay to celebrate. It's okay to share. I'm not saying don't. I'm saying sometimes it's premature. Does that make sense? Sometimes it's just way too premature. And we need to hold that thing closer to our chest so we can do what? Add to it. Add to it. So tomorrow, when we continue the ritual, throughout this week, when we continue the discipline, throughout this week, when we continue the boundaries and the discernment for the things that we know we don't need, we get greater in it. We swell even more. And then sometimes if we give it away too prematurely, motherfuckers are going to take that, rob you for it, and run to the hills for their goddamn selves. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Sometimes when you want to share it, then they take your idea. Next thing you know, they made $1 billion off of it. I'm not being materialistic. I'm speaking real. You get that? Sometimes you need to hone in on it. I got so many song ideas in my head right now. But if I drop them all to you right now, and I'm not saying y'all would do this specifically, but somebody possibly can take my little idea and again, give it to Beyonce and they making money. And it's like, wait, hold on. Well, Sonja, you were supposed to keep that until you recorded that. Y'all get my example? You were supposed to keep that until you released that thing and you could put some legalities around that joint. You were supposed to protect it. So I'm telling you, protect your rituals, protect your discipline, protect the things, and don't allow your ego this evening to say, why can't I celebrate it? Why can't I be more, open with it? Why can't I share and be fair and give it to my partner? It ain't time, baby. It ain't time. Tuesday, tomorrow, the moon will stay in Capricorn. Now, this is a beautiful thing, right? Because the moon in Capricorn is going to trine up Venus. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate that. Right, Miko? I hear you. In your voice too. Miko's so cute. She got that high-pitched voice. Thank you, Rob. Thank you for being here, brother. You're very welcome, Miko. So tomorrow, Tuesday, that moon, our practicality, that discipline that we've been standing on in a really weird kind of weak-ass foundation today, but also hearing in the back of your mind, let me stay true, let me stay true, let me stay true, let me stay true, will be rewarded tomorrow in a way in which you'll see the value and the worth and the beauty and possibly some money. Can I borrow $5? Possibly some money will come out of that because Venus is those things: beauty, money, value, worth, self-worth, the security of self. You dig? Possessions, owning who you are. Pause, Spirit said. Because as we step into that discipline, right, as we stand firm in that, here comes the value and the possession of who? You, boo-boo, given by Venus. Tighten it up. Possess it for yourself is what it says, right? That's where the worth resides. That's where the love resides for you. That's when you can say, God damn it, Sonja, you are dope, girl. That song idea is dope. Add a whole nother thing on this, then add that on that. Put this beat on here, change up the bass line on that. Using myself as the example, right? Right? I can call this one for this idea. I can actually regulate this and disperse this job out to this one and have them do X, Y, and Z, all in quiet, all in secret, because you see the power of you, the moon, trining Venus. You see the power of your own possessions, of your own love for you, of your own value and your worth via the discipline that you implemented the day before. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. Now, don't let the mind run away, please and very please. The moon will square up Mercury tomorrow, and it's in Libra. Don't let the mind tomorrow, Tuesday, get cynical. And or again, I'm going to repeat myself, want to share the information. Libra is a talker, like Gemini and like Aquarius. All them air signs like to talk you out of your pants. Nah, I'm joking, but they like to talk. It's communication. It's airy. You know what I mean? It's ideas. It's information. It has to come out. That's their medicine. That's absolutely their medicine. So if the moon in Capricorn is squaring up Mercury tomorrow in Libra, it's saying you may leak it out a little bit. You may let the air out of the balloon a little bit, right? You may not see, or I should say, the results, the practical results in your mind, the sense that it makes to continue the discipline, the ritual, it may not make sense. You may get really, really cynical about the thing. This is some bullshit. The fuck is Sonja talking about? This is something. I've been trying to meditate for the last 24 hours. Every time I meditate, I feel my stomach moving. Every time I step into a ritual, my daughter's knocking on the door. Every time I just can't get it. You might get cynical tomorrow with that Mercury and Libra. Libra is a whole lot of beautiful things, but it's very, very cynical. And the thing about the cynicalness of that Mercury and Libra squaring up against that practicality of the rituals that we need to step into, the power of Libra is to convince itself of the story. Oh, let me take a motherfucking sip on that shit. Y'all know any Libras that convince themselves of their stories? Don't play with me. Don't play with me today. We ain't got time. When we speak of Libra, we speak of the energy. That's why I go back and forth from the Mercury to the person, right? You know any Libras that sit back and convince themselves of a thing? Come on now. Come on, James. Do you? Come on. Literally, Libra energy will come to you like, I already knew what you was going to say, because in my mind, I already planned it out the whole story. You were supposed to go to the store, and then you stopped by the mall, and then you went to her house, and then you called me from there. And then from there, you went to your brother's house so you can have an alibi. And then you came home. Libra already got the thing in their head. That's what it is, that they know that it's to be true, and they become cynical because of it, because they believe in it without even asking the damn questions. Well, where were you? Libra don't ask the question because they already got it in their mind. Y'all hear what I'm saying? What's up, goddess pieces? Y'all get me? Don't do that to yourselves tomorrow. When you're disciplined, that moon in Capricorn is like, stay on track, cousin. I got you. Don't let your mind talk you out of shit, giving you this story that hasn't even been proven yet. Y'all get where I'm going? Don't do it. Don't do it. On Wednesday, that moon stays in Capricorn for a little while, but then the moon goes into Aquarius at 3:52 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So in the beginning of the day, and this first aspect I'm going to talk about has to do with the moon in Capricorn, sextiling Saturn. Say what? Say rock. Say what? Say City Park. We used to say that in the projects back in the 70s. Say what? So City Park was the projects. Anyway, say what? Come on. The moon in Capricorn is sextiling its own ruler, which is in Pisces. Come on. The path continues to be built by the discipline and discernment that you establish. Prove it to yourself. That's the light and airy way in which I wrote it out in my notes. But do y'all see the story, how it's built? So then by Wednesday, you get to see the building, the outline, the scaffolding, the shape. Come on, don't y'all like the way I do this thing? I wish I had a Sonja for me. I ain't gonna lie. I got to pat myself on the back today. I wish I had me for me, but I do. Oh, snap. Okay. But you get that? How perfect is that? How awesome is that? That by Wednesday, it's switching, it's actually meeting up with its own ruler. Like your emotional body goes up to the gate, and Saturn's at the gate going, you've done well, my sister. You've done well, my brother. It's fucking Darth Vader or some shit. No, he's too dark. Is the right guy. Is the light guy. You've done well. Let me give you a reward for that. Not only that, let me allow you to meet your own ascension. Why? Because Saturn is in Pisces. Pisces is about spirit, is about the ascension, right? Is about art, is about music, is about the ethereal, is about the red line to God that I always tell the village. You got that? Mika said, you know you is dope, sis. You know what I mean? You get that though? So here for Monday and Tuesday, we've been building up to this moment for somebody to go, yes, you got it. You see the building being built. You stayed on course. Please, please understand. and try to figure out what that discernment is for you, what those boundaries are for you, what that ritual is for you today. Figure that out and give yourself 7 days to ride it out, okay? Just don't stop on Wednesday and be like, woo, I see the reward, bitches, I'm going to the club. No. I mean, you can go to the club, but goddamn. Do you want to like sweat out all the things that you just goddamn received and accumulated and earned? No, keep it for yourself. Let it build. Let it keep building because we're going to need it. You know why? Because the gap is getting bigger. You see the method to my madness? The gap is getting bigger. And if you're just getting on here, you might want to see this from the beginning. The gap is getting bigger. So we need to get stronger. So we need Saturn to be like, yes, you've done your job and keep going. You get what I'm saying? Come on now. I'm so glad y'all here. Come on now. Let's go, Brianna said. Next 7 days, lock in with your spirit team. Just 7 days. Give them 7 days, Brianna. That's the assignment. Give them 7 days, boo-boo. Do what you need to do to lock in with them. Please. Okay, I'm not going to beg y'all too much, but please. When that moon goes into Aquarius on Wednesday, now it's going to sextile Neptune. Oh, snap. Because a couple of days ago, Neptune was having a problem. Neptune was like, I want to escape. I don't want to stay on my disciplines. But now the moon, the feeling, the expressions is right and nice with Neptune and its etherealness, its artistic ways, its way of connecting the spirit. So not only did we get the bow down from Saturn that says you did a good job, now the gate has opened for our artistic abilities to open up, for our, thank you, Spirit, for our imaginations, for our intuition to heighten. Now you get to see the messages. Now you get to see what's coming clear. Now you get to see what they've been talking about, and not in the way that you have before. Remember? Because we're on a disciplined walk this week. And when we're on a disciplined walk with different rituals for the next 7 days, different doors start to unlock, cuz not the ones you've seen before. Trust that. Know that. Not the ones you've seen before, but the one that they're dying, the ones that they are dying to show you, the new ones. They want us all to get to the 77th floor. And we stuck on the 12th floor going, I'm just going to stay here. I can still see above the fucking buildings. I can see everything that's going on. They're like, no, there's more floors to climb. Keep going. So when that moon is sitting next to Neptune and it's like, okay, we unlocked another floor. Keep going. Keep going. And when you do that, it's going to what? Conjunct Pluto going reverse. Oh, snap. It's conjuncting Pluto, meaning it's sitting right nice with Pluto, meaning when I open up that next door, I can see another level of power, meaning I'm playing the video game of Sonja, of Brianna, of Jean, of Miko, of Rabbi Rob. I'm playing the video game and I unlock the superpower. Yup. The superpower that you are going to unlock and or feel innately. Now, it may not be obvious. Don't look for something to bang you up on the head. Sometimes it's just like, oh, I didn't react the same way. I must be growing. Sometimes it's like, oh, let me uncover this trauma that I had. It looks kind of interesting. The color is pink now. It's not even black anymore. I've changed the way I see about that thing. I'm looking at my power a little bit differently. I'm rearranging the thing. Look at that. Ain't that a blip? That's the unlocking of the power that wants to happen on Wednesday, because what we're doing our best to get to the different floors. We are being given the different floors. We're going to the 77th floor and beyond. Y'all get that? Please understand that. Please get that. And because Pluto is going reverse, and it has been for some time, and by the way, squirrel is going to go direct on October 12th. So from here on out, as you hear aspects, this is for the astrology students more importantly, or I should say more directly. When you hear of any Pluto aspects, know this is the last time to get this Pluto information, that shit that we've been uncovering. Void of the don't matter, we're talking about the eclipses or anything. We're talking about 4 or 5 months ago. The stuff that's been bubbling up. oh man, I gotta see that. I gotta see that about me. I gotta see that darkness. I gotta see that trauma. I gotta transform through that. I gotta mutate through that. All those things that been coming up, they're gonna continue to come up like in the, oh my God, Sonja's so gosh darn. The picture that just came in my mind was like the last little putts of a fart, the last little puh, 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 the last little bit of it is coming up from here on to October 12th. The last bit of the mutations that's happening. So on Wednesday, when that moon, I hope y'all got that. If you don't, ask a question. The moon on Wednesday says, yeah. And that opening that need to be emotionally detached from some things is going to allow you to see even more, to step even more of your power, allow even more to come up. So you can look at it differently and be like, oh, I'm not even affected the same way. You understand what I mean? Oh, I don't even understand. That doesn't matter to me. You understand what I mean? Doesn't have the same weight. Why? Because I've been transforming for the last 5 months. And now I get to see the rewards. I get to see the reshaping. I get to see the new configuration of me, the new powerful me that's coming out. And it's not affected by the shit that wants to come up. Come on, y'all. Y'all don't hear me? I want y'all to pay attention to this next aspect, though. Although it may sound contrary, things happen simultaneously. Mercury in Libra wants to square up Jupiter in Cancer. So now here comes the cynical chick. Here comes the cynical dude coming back going, yeah, I mean, all that shit, all the transformation is happening. All that connection to God, that's happening. All my rituals is happening. But what's really going on? What's the real goddamn realistic benefits of this whole thing? Pipe down, cousin. Pipe down. Just pipe it. Just listen. And I have to listen to my goddamn self every now and again. I come back on here, y'all squirrel, and I'm like, God damn it, I'm talking to myself. Yeah, Sonja, it is that day, Wednesday, in which you may feel like, God damn, where's my money, cuz? Run me my money. For all these gosh darn rundowns, for all these things that I give away. I'm laughing. I'm not pointing the fingers at y'all, but I'm human too. And this shit is free. Not unless y'all donate, not unless y'all get a reading. You know what I mean? Not unless you come to a retreat, not unless you buy a song, not unless you support a sister. I'm sitting back on a Wednesday too when that Mercury is squaring against Jupiter, when my thoughts are squaring against my blessings going, what the fuck is my money? Where's my shit? Where's my blessings for all the things that I do? We can slide into that feeling, y'all. We can slide into that space. And sometimes we just have to be patient. I oftentimes put in my little story bubble thing on Instagram here, you know, the reward for patience is more patience. I have to remind myself of that because the human and the thoughts, you know, is very low level compared to where spirit and where our disciplines and where our rituals want us to go. Y'all got that? Well, our rituals is saying there's a bigger picture, boo-boo. We got millions coming. Fuck the little 200 here, the little 20 here. And I'm not saying fuck it like I don't need it. Like, please get a reading. Please donate because the chick needs to pay bills. But I'm saying the bigger picture is like, you know, it's not about the little things that you get along the way, right? Are y'all hearing me? And I hope y'all laughing with me. But it's not about the little things along the way. Sometimes it's literally about the accumulation of energy that you are putting out there for it to come back in a huge wave. And you're like, whoa, I didn't even expect that. I didn't even know that was coming. I didn't even know I was so dope. Oh, thank you. So don't let the mind trick you on Wednesday telling you, I need to grab that $20. Give me that money right there. It's not necessary. If you give it, I'm grateful. So grateful. And if you don't, God got me. And that's the thought for Wednesday. That's the thought. The blessings are coming, whether you get it or not. Thursday, the moon is in Aquarius. You know, when the moon is in Aquarius, I often love it. So I'll put some more lipstick on. Let me see. Let me reapply. Yeah, I need to feel a little moisture. On Thursday, right? I love when the moon is in Aquarius. You know why? Because Aquarius like I say all the time, everybody got their shit. Every sign, every energy has their up, their downs, their yin, their yang, their in, their out, right? And Aquarius is in, like the thing that it brings is the beauty of detachment, is the beauty of is the beauty of difference, and understanding that oftentimes we do need to go another way. We need to test another route, right? I want y'all to know that that moon in Aquarius is trining up the sun on Thursday, which means there is an ability, there's a way in which we feel celebrated for being different. And we can talk about it, we can live in it, we can shine in it, we can present ourselves in it. Because the moon, being the emotions, is hitting right and nice with the sun, which is ego, right? There's a way to communicate with people on that day, on Thursday, and feel somewhat superficial, but also feel communicative, sometimes a little bit deep, because you're sharing information and knowledge and resources in which people can benefit from, and you can as well, right? But I want y'all to also understand that on that day, that moon in Aquarius is going to square up Mars. So there may be some 111. I love when I look up and it's 111, y'all. How many of y'all been on here and can count how many times I looked up at 111 when they tell me, look at the clock and there it is? Come on. Oh, come on. Y'all, God is so good. That's how we identify truth coming through. Don't mess with me. I rocks with the best. Anyway, so the thing is, that superficial charm, right? That way of talking to people, communicate, sharing the resources may prompt you to feel like, oh, you need to do something with it, Mars. Oh, you need to, execute. You need to implement. You need to, whatever, become angry because of it. Now, hold on. Maybe, again, it's still about the discipline and the rituals. Maybe, again, it's still about talking about the thing and getting with the people and getting the resources. Now that the moon has switched over from Capricorn to Aquarius, maybe it's about being detached, looking at a thing. Maybe it's not about moving on it. Maybe it's not about being angry about a thing that's supposed, you think, that's in quotes, you're supposed to move on. Are y'all feeling me? Did I lose you? Let me know. I can take it, right? Maybe it's about, again, pausing. The moon squaring up Mars is not a good feeling. It's a fight. It's a confrontation waiting to happen. You understand what I mean? But you don't need to confront anything when you know the energy flow of the week. I ain't say God, I ain't say Jesus, and I'm saying ain't for a reason, right? I'm saying that the reason why this energy flow is taking us in these ways, because sometimes, again, we need to push and pull. We need to ebb and flow. We need to figure out what is the right timing of things. You understand? And with this Mars going up with the moon, there are times where we can pick our battles, cuz on Thursday, pick your battles, baby. Pick your battles. Don't do it. Don't do it. Sometimes you just got to let people have it. My son was telling me today, sometimes, Mom, I just laugh at racist people. I laugh at people that are over emotional for no reason. And I said, I can get that, Kamau. I get that. Because it's funny as fuck that you allow yourself to get to a position in your body for no reason whatsoever, because of the color of my skin, because I'm too close to you in the parking lot, because I didn't hold the door for you, because I don't know. Pick anything. Pick anything. Pick your battles, though, is what I'm saying. You don't have to get angry about things that people are not doing or should do because of your thoughts, because of your resources, because of your help, because of your good heart. Folks will do what they want to do as they do it, when they get to doing it, if they get to do it. It ain't on you. Detach yourself from that. That's why that moon in Aquarius is like, not my monkeys, not my circus. You get what I'm saying? It's timing for everything, divine timing. On Friday, we moving it along. We got a little bit more to talk about, and then we'll pick a card. I'm so glad that y'all here. If you want to get that pop-up reading special for 222, email me at wordlifeastrology@gmail.com. Right now, wordlifeastrology@gmail. You don't have to get the reading this week, but you do have to schedule it and pay for it, okay? Wordlifeastrology@gmail.com. I'd appreciate that because your girl's been on fire and I really want to share some information. Take advantage of this information that's coming through my body. I need to talk to somebody about it for you and everybody else. So I don't stop strangers on the street and be like, your grandfather is 6 feet. I don't do that anymore, but I damn sure see them though. So let me talk to you about it. On Friday, the moon stays in Aquarius, but then it goes into Pisces throughout the afternoon on the Eastern Standard Time. Before it goes into Pisces, though, that moon in Aquarius is going to quincunx Jupiter. Again, a little bit of a frustration about when your blessings are coming, when the expansion is coming. Jupiter is all about expansion. So maybe in your realistic mind and your realistic understanding of things, I don't feel like even though I'm walking and even though I'm walking the walk, even though I'm doing the rituals and I'm sitting on my edge of the cliff, Sonja, and there's a divide that's in between us, I don't see when the plane is coming to get us off this motherfucking planet. Me neither, cuz not at all. But it's coming in your own way. We don't have to be irritated by it along the way. Because again, our emotions, the reason why I talk about the moon oftentimes is because our emotions will deter us. Our emotions will allow us to bank left, which can make us get 25 to life. And that's drastic, but that's real. Because our choices create our walk. You get what I'm saying? So we can't allow our emotional choices to make us go left, make us go right, up or down. We got to stay apparent and open to what wants to come through us. Does this make sense? I just realized my scarf matches the sun behind me. How dope and auspicious is that? Sonja's so fashionable without even knowing it. My Leo shit must be aspected today because a girl is pumping herself up. So watch out for that on Friday. The moon in Aquarius is also trining Mercury. Oh, so let's talk shit up is what I put. Let's plan. Let's get excited about the possibilities. That's what's necessary. Thank you, Spirit. That's what's necessary. So what's necessary is it's the conversations, it's the plan, it's the journaling. Thank you, Spirit. It's the writing of the thing. It's talking to the elders. Thank you, Spirit. Getting their information, their resources. You understand that? You noticed that a little while ago, kid? Talking and getting the information, the wisdom, the connection, powwowing with people that you trust. Is it a time for execution? You already saw that. There's 2 aspects this week that's going against Mars, that's going against the execution. So maybe not. But it's a good time for the brain to get stimulated, not get cynical, but stimulated. There's a difference. To get stimulated about the walk, to get stimulated about the information, to get stimulated about the books and the people that you've encountered along the way. You understand? And the stories that spark you and that incite you, inspire you, get stimulated by that as we are sticking in with this ritual of 7 days. Come on, y'all. Talk to me. What y'all think about that? On Saturday, the moon is in Pisces. I personally love when the moon is in Pisces, although there's a lot of people that may not. But naturally, I would because I'm a water sign, right? And the moon in Pisces is sitting right nice with what? Mars in Scorpio. That's the reason why Mars was having a hard time implementing throughout the week, because Mars says, I need an emotional counterpart. I need to feel what we're doing, not think about what we're doing. Mars in Scorpio gets ignited in this moment on Saturday with the moon in Pisces through the emotional body. Ooh, y'all. If y'all was here from the top of this, again, I wrote a poem. I was sparked by this awesome meditation that I was in earlier. And the song in the meditation, let me say that again. The note choices, the pads, the chords that was in this meditation sparked this melody. And it had everything to do with emotions. And the chorus that came out said, I won't be afraid, or I won't fear my emotions. I won't fear my emotions. And as I was writing with this chorus in between the verses that just came streaming through, I was picking out every emotion that somehow inhabits itself in my body and in my story. And the emotion that came through was trauma because of family and all the things, right? And then I'm like, I won't fear my emotions. That's the hook. And then the next piece was like, I was fearing, or I should say, the emotion of rage about what's happening on the planet and our society and our government and the divide that's happening. And then I'm like, I won't fear my emotions. And then the next emotion was about happiness and about being gleeful and joyful, you understand, and feeling prosperous. And I won't fear my emotions. Now, you may think, why those three emotions? Well, they're the first three emotions that came to me as a writer, but also because they're so different. And because I believe that there is a way to implement all of our emotions. And like my sweet sister Jean taught me through Saint Germain and through the violet light, right? There's a way to alchemize that. There's a way to put all of those emotions together. Really, and not only create a poem and a dope ass song or a mantra, in which I will create somewhere along the line in the next couple of weeks, right? But also because it helps to integrate and to accept all the feelings that have gone through me and to know that I ain't wrong. I ain't crazy. I can absolutely feel all the feelings that I feel. With the moon trining Mars on Saturday, it says take those emotional moon, that moon and those emotions and implement that thing. Alchemize that thing. Allow you to move in that thing, to be motivated, to be determined with all of those emotions that come up in you. Take it out of your body and do something with it. Do something with it. Does that make sense? As we recognize, check out the pattern, as we recognize the disciplines, as we acclimate the detachment of it all, and we're utilizing our brain to get the information and putting it all together. And then on Saturday, it says how you feel about that thing. However it is you feel about it, rage, anger, happiness, sadness, whatever the emotion may be, jealousy, envy, put it out. Do something with it. The good push. Kim, come on. That big ass goddamn dump. Let it all out. Now, what does that look like? An art piece. What does that look like? You helping somebody. What does that look like? Determined to get your business together. What does that look like? Writing a book. What does that look like? Anything that has to do with action, that has to do with movement, that has to do with process, that has to do with Scorpio shit. Taking things that have been destroyed, that has been processed, that's like decay, and allows it to grow. I love Scorpio for that. Don't fuck with that. Don't misunderstand that process. Don't misunderstand death and transmutation. Understand? And transformation. Mars and Scorpio says take all of those feelings, right? Put it in the earth, put some fertilizer on it, allow yourself to feel it nice and deep and right, and move on that ship, cupcake. Move on it. Ooh, that feels good going through my body. On Saturday also, because this is just the way life is. There's two more irritations I want you to be aware of. Ego may get a little fucked up about it because that moon in Pisces is quincunxing the sun. Royal, let me get to that in a minute. Let me finish off Saturday. That's a great question. Hold on. The moon in Pisces is quincunxing the sun. So here's the sun in Libra with the fucking cynicalness. Here's a sun in Libra trying to get to the reality of the thing. Be mindful of that. There's a place for that. There's a place for it, but we don't have to be irritated by it because that moon in Pisces is like, I just want to feel, baby. Can I just feel for a second and then we can make sense of it later? Does that make sense? Listen for that on Saturday. Also, Mercury is quincunxing Saturn. We're irritated about going over the same lessons. Is it necessary to see? Absolutely. Absolutely. What's up, Zella? Absolutely. You may feel like, God damn, I've seen this lesson before. I've recognized this fear before. Again, I don't want to talk about it, Mercury. I don't want to write about it. I don't want to process that thing. I don't want to plan around it. I don't want to make it somebody else's problem. And I don't want to do all of that. Hey, don't get irritated by that. Our lessons are going to continue to come up until they fade away, y'all. Y'all get that? Our lessons are going to continue to find their way to us until they fade away, until we stop attracting the same old boo-boo to fools. Sometimes in our rituals, in our discernment, in our boundaries, we have to put up 50 feet. We got to put up, we got to put it up. But that doesn't mean that other energy ain't going to keep coming. Just because you put up a stop sign don't mean they're going to stop. But the more you put up the stop sign, the more they're going to be like, oh, I can't go over there. It's a stop sign over there. The more you put up the boundary, they won't waste their time because they recognize whatever it is, whatever your rituals and your discipline has been preparing you and has been helping you restructure your life to be, the more they're going to see they can't come and juice off of you any longer. You're not allowing it. So they move the fuck on. Does that make sense? So don't get twisted in your head about that on Saturday. What you should do, what you can do, Mercury and Libra becomes victimized after a while. And Libra people will say, I'm no goddamn victim. No, you're not a victim. But oftentimes your thoughts will say, I will never do this to anybody else. Why are you doing that to me? So on Saturday, when you feel like you're in your discipline, you feel like you got your discernment, you feel like your rituals have been working for you, and then somebody is coming to remind you of a lesson, of a fear that's coming, you don't have to stop and go, why are you doing this to me? I wouldn't do that to you. Because the moment you think that way, they're like, oh, they're affected by that. They're not over this, huh? They're not letting it slide, huh? Then I got a little bit of a crack that I can go through because I'm affecting them in some kind of way. I'll be back. I'll be back. Don't do it. Don't get irritated by that. Just know that that's their job. Motherfucking leeches gotta leech. You get that? Leeches gotta leech in order to stay alive. That's government. That's that orange dude. That's your old boyfriend, your old girlfriend. That's low-level energy people. That's your neighbor that won't, be nice to you. Leeches, people that are low energy, they gotta leech. That's how they survive, cuz. But if you don't give them nothing to leech off of, then they won't leech after a while. Do I need to say it any other kind of way? Don't allow that energy, that emotion, why me, get in the way. Know that that's their job. All right, let me go back to Royal's question. Are there any particular sun signs that have blocked or challenged throat chakras? Well, to be truthful with you, that's not a fair question, Royal, because everybody's chart is just so different, right? But what I heard also, spirits say, it's the air signs. More so, it's the air signs this week. People who have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in sun, moon, or rising. Why? Because again, part of that magic, that air sign magic, is to figure things out. This is not a week of figuring things out. So your throat chakra may be blocked. Why? Because you can't say the real. You can't say what makes sense. You can't say the A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You can't say the thing that's in front of everybody's face. Because here's the thing that's in front of everybody's face this week don't fucking matter. Royal, do you get that? Anybody else get that? The thing that's in front of everybody's face don't matter this week. It's not about the cynical. It's not about the rules. It's about the ritual and the walk and paying attention to the emotions that wants to come through. So who has the blocked throat chakras are the ones that really want to say something because they feel that their power is in what it is they need to say. Again, it's unfair because it could be blanketed the air signs, but it could be a Cancer with Mercury and fucking Gemini. You get that? Because their Mercury tells them, I gotta say something. No, you don't. Your words ain't gonna get you, the prize all the time. That's not this week. Does that make sense, Royal? Y'all get that? Anybody else get that? I'm so glad you're here too, China Wings. You got that, right? Okay, good. I'm so glad that Spirit gave me that other information. But again, it's a bigger answer, especially if you're asking for yourself. I need to see your chart. Speaking of, if y'all want to get that special, Sonja and her goofy ass commercials. Squirp, if you want to get that special, email me at wordlifeastrology@gmail right now, and I'll send you a link for 222 for 90 minutes. But y'all know it goes over. Anybody that ever had a reading with me, I'm always generous because I want us to get it. The reading consists of ancestral information coming through, also a natal chart reading, and we're going to do a bi-wheel with that natal chart, specifically what's happening in your life today. Your chart is in the middle and on the outside of what's happening right now. We can see where your planets land up today. I love doing that, the bi-wheel charts. And then thirdly, 5-card tarot spread. Email me. You can sign up this week, but you can make the appointment for next week or the week after or a month from now. You dig what I'm saying? Whenever you'd like. But sign up this week. Okie dokie. Smoky. Sunday, the moon is in Pisces. Now, again, the moon is in Pisces and it's trining Jupiter because the water has been squelched. The water and the air has been squelched all freaking week. The water is trying to move through with that Mars and Scorpio, and it finally busts through. But then now Jupiter in Cancer and the moon hits up in Pisces are coming together to show you what? The power of your intuition, the power of how your intuition has expanded you on that day. That's a good day to go to church. That's a good day to tap on in. That's a good day to fellowship with your people. That's a good day to go by the water. That's a good day to eat and to really feel good about what you eat. I'm not just talking about eating when it comes to feeling gluttonous. Okay. It's a good day to make yourself a really good pie that your grandmother used to make, or make yourself a really good meal that your grandfather used to tap in, right? Excuse me for burping, y'all. I'm looking out for my puppy because she threw up today. You okay, Mystic? You okay, Mama? Okay. Right? So you can settle into what? Family. So you can settle into what feels good. Food is not only feeding you, but it feeds your soul. Cancer, Jupiter in Cancer is about food. It's about family. It's about mothering. So when that moon in Pisces hits Jupiter on Sunday, it's about family. It's about coming together. It's about food. It's about fellowship. It's about church. Literal, because the Pisces side. It's about, again, speaking of spirit, Ascension. It's about feeling better about yourself through your soul because you did what? You did the work this week. Come on, don't play with me. If y'all didn't hear this whole rundown, go back, share this thing. Trust me when I tell you, God drops it. God drops it in SonjaMarie and shares it with y'all. That's how you do that. Also, the sun in Pisces is doing what? Conjuncting Saturn. Here comes the rewards, y'all. Jupiter's like, I got you, boo-boo. Have a piece of pie. Your intuition is swollen. Now you're good. Here comes the benefits. Saturn is like patting you on the back. Here's the second, here's the second appearance of you're done well, fine sister. You're done well, sweet brother. Come on now. Saturn is bowing again on Sunday because what? You hit the next leg of the floor, of the walk. I love how spirit gives me the stories and the poetry and the analogies because it makes sense to me, and prayerfully it makes sense to you. And if it doesn't, please come back on the comments here on YouTube or on IG. Please let me know. If it does, do the same because I want to know if this is landing. Astrology is a vast fucking system, and it's really, really challenging to give you information in regards to it. Every week I'm challenged with it because I think sometimes I over talk, I over explain. I do that. I really, really do know that. But the stories help, the analogies help. So in my opinion, so don't you see how on Sunday we'll be given the rewards again, the expansion through Jupiter. We'll be given the bow through Saturn. Remember, Saturn is about authority. We'll be able to find ourselves, our strength again. We'll be able to find how the hard work pays off again. Come on now. And then lastly, just a little check. That moon wants to irritate Mercury. Woo, Mercury in Libra is having a hard time this week. It's a quincunx. And it gets to the point where I just wrote very simply on Sunday, just don't overthink. Any Libras in here that are plagued with overthinking, all air signs can overthink a thing, and then think for you. Want to think for you. If you here on YouTube, hit that like button, please, so YouTube knows I'm doing my job. If it resonates with you, don't be fake and phony about it. But if it feels good, just hit that like button on the way out, would you? Would you? Could you? Don't overthink it on Sunday. Bask in the expansion of that inner glow. Bask in the expansion of knowing that you have reached a certain floor, and you don't need to make sense of it just right then and there. It's not necessary. Okay? Don't overthink the situation. I appreciate that one person hitting that like button. Thank you so very much. I hope this helps you in some kind of way. Anybody have any questions real quick while I sip the last of my tea? I love my tea, but it makes me sweat. The green tea in it makes me sweat. The caffeine in the green tea is what I really wanted to say. But I love it. Anyway, reiterating some announcements. Please go get that free ticket for free bricks on October 28th. 7:30 p.m. It's free in LA and Santa Monica. Come see Free Bricks. It's a dope one-woman show that I am rehearsing my ass off for. And I really, really want to share it with you. If you are out of town or out of state, there's a live stream that's available too. All the links are in my bio and in the description box here on YouTube. We're going to Auto Camp SEQUOIA for our 8th annual Wordlife Astrology Retreat. There's only 5 spots available. Please go and grab that spot. Please grab that spot for you and come together with community and people. I don't know. I think I'm bigging myself up today, so I might as well keep on going. One of my biggest, I noticed to be true, one of my biggest blessings in my life is that I attract some beautiful people, beautiful inside and out, like gorgeous folks, right? Who just want to be better. So I extend my community out to you. I extend my village out to you and say, come and rock with some people who really just want to see life possibly in the way that you want to see it. Aren't you tired of being around people that are just pussyfooting with their ascension, pussyfooting with their ideas of what they need to get in this life? And yeah, sometimes it does cost. Sometimes it's about an investment, but you drop money doing other shit that ain't giving you nothing. So invest in yourself. And it don't have to be Sonja's retreat, but I'm really encouraging you to come. But invest in yourself. Invest in your higher self. Okay, so it can invest back in you, so it can give you the things back. How else you gonna get it? And get that pop-up get that pop-up reading. That's for 222 by emailing me at wordlifeastrology@gmail. That's just for this week. You can only sign up this week, so make that thing happen. All right, y'all ready for the card? 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 Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready for the card? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? The fuck is wrong with me? Everything is a song. Everything is a melody. All right, let me shuffle. All right. Let us roll. Let us roll. Thank you, sweet God. Thank you so much. Baby Bubba. Oh, that's interesting. They said, go back, Jack. That's the one. About 5 of them came out, y'all, but I'm only gonna pick this one. Definitely a rewatch. I'm so happy, China Wangs. Yes, yes, Royal. Yes, It says, big up yourself, mamas. Every now and again, you gotta feel yourself. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Ooh, look at that thing there. Ooh, as I scratch my head, that gave me like the underneath the scarf, underneath the wig itch. I can't stand this card, but it makes all the sense in the world. Now, I'm going to give somebody out there a cookie, a little brownie point. If you can answer in this moment in time, what was one of the things that's your biggest challenge this week for us all in regards to what it is I shared with you? That's for sure. I don't want you to claim it, but what did I share with you? That may be one of the biggest challenges this week. One word. Come on, give it to me. Somebody, y'all listening? This is interactive virtual situations here. I really want somebody to get this. Because if you, I just want you to get it. Because that's the card that just came up. That's what they're reminding us of. Come on, Rabbi Rob. You know what I'm talking about? What's the thing that can stand in our way this week? What's the thing? What's the planet even? What's the thing that can stand in our way this week? Rituals. No. We need the rituals. That's not standing in our way. That's what we need, Brianna. That's not what we... Kim said overthinking. Yes. Which is what? Keeping it yourself. Talk too much. Yes. Which is what? What part of the body is that? Come on, y'all. I hope I'm a good teacher. What y'all got? Mercury. Yes, Valerie. Which is what? Come on now. Not doing that. You funny. Which is what? Y'all are so dope. I got 3 good answers, so I can move on. It's that mind, cuz. It's that mind. Communication. Yes, Kim. It's that. Yes, Miss Jean. It's that mind. I'm going to give it to y'all a little bit more. Look how ugly she is. Yes, Miko, it's that Libra energy, which is the mind. Ain't she ugly, y'all? But I love this message. This is the thing they want us to stay away from. Yo, I don't know about y'all, but my guides roll with me. And I love how she just came on out. Even though she's ugly, she's a great reminder not to overthink. She's a great reminder not to allow our thoughts get in the way, not to be over cynical about certain things, not to plan too much and try to seep into reality, not to let our mind get in the way about certain things. We ain't got time for that. Y'all get this? We need the rituals. We need the discipline. We need the boundaries. We need the prayer. We need to connect to spirit. We need the emotions to flow when it's time to flow. We need to pick our battles. But what we can't do in this Libra season, which is tricky, is overthink and let our mind lead the way. You get that? Let me read it to you. This is what happens when we forget that the mind is meant to be the servant, and we start to allow it to run our lives. The head is filled with mechanisms. The mouth is ranting and raving, and the whole surrounding atmosphere is being polluted by this factory of arguments and opinions. But wait, you say, the mind is what makes us human. It's the source of all progress, all great truths. Okay. If you believe that, try an experiment. Go into your room, shut the door, turn on a tape recorder, and give yourself total permission to say whatever is on your mind. If you really allow it to all come out without any censorship or editing, you'll be amazed at the amount of rubbish that comes spewing forth. The page of clouds is telling you that somebody somewhere is stuck in a head trip. Take a look and make sure that it isn't you. Ashe. Amen. Aho weeklyastrology. The mind is the servant, y'all, to the soul. I've told y'all that before. I've shared that, I should say, before. right? The mind takes the orders from the soul. The mind don't run the soul. You get that? The soul says, this is what we need to do. And the mind says, okay, I got my orders. I'm going to research it. I'm going to ask the proper questions. I'm going to get ready for it. I'm going to be patient. You understand? I'm map it out. I'm going to read the information that I need to read. I'm going to journal. I'm going to write the book. I'm going to do the thing, right? The mind don't go before the soul. If it goes before the soul, gosh darn, it's like a baby leading the older person. That's a bad example, but y'all know what I mean. It's like the cart before the horse. Please be mindful of this, pun intended, of the fact that our mind has to serve us this week. We can't let it overthink. We can't let it overrun. We can't let it overplan. We can't let it expect too much, because the jewel is in the discipline, in the ritual, in the walk, in the love that we have for ourselves, in the execution of our emotions when it's necessary. Even though we're in Libra season and Libra is the queen of the gosh darn mind, we have to utilize it in a way in which we can be a little, what's the word I want to use, y'all? A little selective about what we think, selective about what it is we implement with our thoughts. Be selective about our battles that we fight. You get what I'm saying? So we won't look like her or him or they, however you want to call it. Good God. Because that mug is ugly. But you're not. And you're a child of God. And I know that you're going to go out there and do the very best that you can do. So go on and do that thing, all right? And if you have any questions, you can feel free to email me. Feel free to email me. Don't be weird. Don't juice people. But if you have any questions about what it is that I offered, my special, come on and email me. And I always check my comments. So drop me a comment. I'm very accessible. Okay. But there are a couple of weirdos out there. Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? I love y'all so much. I really, really do. And I love the space in which we share. I hope I see you in person one day. I can give you a big old hug. And until then, continue to hug your damn self. Love your damn self. All right? Adios, beautiful people. Peace.